let's make our predictions. You know what I'm saying? Let's start AFC East.
All right,
All right.
get it.
As we get closer and closer to the season, every week we're gonna make our predictions on each division like we did last season. Yeah, I don't remember who we picked as in the Super Bowl. We definitely did not pick the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. I tell you that.
And it damn sure wasn't them or the what you call it, them or
The
the
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Nah.
Definitely not those two teams. We did not pick those two teams to go to the Super Bowl. But that's who went to the Super Bowl. Well, looking at the AFC East, this division will be playing the AFC West, the NFC North, and the 17th game that they'll play will be against the NFC West team. I think
Mm,
this is a really, really hard schedule for them, for
it
this division.
is.
That's
It
hard,
is.
right?
It's very, very tough schedule.
Very
Very,
tough
very
schedule.
tough schedule.
And I think that
Absolutely.
I think the Raiders won't be a pushover this year. So
You saw what you said. The Raiders,
the
the,
Raiders,
the Vegas, the Vegas Raiders.
the Vegas Raiders won't be a pushover because this division has to play the Raiders. They have to play the Raiders,
Mm,
the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers. Those are the four teams in the NFC West. So they're
yeah,
not a pushover there. Then you got the
yeah.
NFC North. So you got the the Packers, Bears, Lions, and what's the other
Minnesota,
garbage? Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota's gonna be bad. That's probably the only bad team
I
that
don't
they
know.
gotta face.
I don't know if they're gonna be bad. I don't know if they got Kyler Murray now. Kyler Murray's there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kyler Murray is the quarterback there.
Yeah. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna be bad. You know.
Well, they won't be a pushover, put it that way. So
Mhm.
I don't think that this division is gonna have the success that they had last season. So
Mm.
yeah, I only see one team making the playoffs out of this division. Um, I'll start from the bottom. I'll go first if you like.
Go ahead.
So I think it's pretty much clear who's going to be at the bottom of this division, right? It's going to be the Miami Dolphins. Let's stop kidding ourselves, right? They completely purged everybody from the head coach to the quarterback to their best player Tyreek Hill. Everybody's gone. Even Waddle is no longer there, right? Jalen Waddle, he's gone.
Yeah, Waddle is with another team now. I can't remember what team he went
I
to,
can't
but he's
remember.
at another team now.
Yeah, they just quietly blew up this team, right?
Yeah.
They start from scratch. They're trying to get a high draft pick. I got the Dolphins going 4-13. You know, hell, maybe they'll get a win against, I don't know, the Jets or somebody. I don't know. But I definitely got the Dolphins in last in this division. After that, this may surprise people, but I got the New England Patriots ending. Well, I'm sorry. The Dolphins will be. I predict the Dolphins will be 4-13. I got the New England
Mhm.
Patriots ending 6-11. I just don't see it. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. I look. Last year to me was a
that's
fluke.
a bold pick.
I, I like Mike Vrabel. I like Mike Vrabel. Think he's a
I
great
love
coach.
Mike.
Yeah, but he's got some controversy going on. Right? He had the whole scandal that happened this off season. He's playing a
Mm.
tougher schedule. I think it's gonna be a down year for him. I know they got AJ Brown. I get it, but I thought last season they had a pretty easy schedule, and then they got the playoffs and got lucky. Played some
Oh,
bad.
the playoffs, they're the easiest playoff schedule you could possibly have.
Right.
I've never seen a quarterback play that bad in the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl. Ever.
Right. Well,
Ever.
because his opposing quarterback played worse. When CJ
Right.
Stroud
Every
stinks it
time.
up, and then you go into the AFC Championship game and you play the backup.
Yeah, you play Stidham.
You play Stidham. So yeah, they got lucky last year. I think it's going to be a struggle this year. They got a tough schedule. It just got too many things working against them. Tough schedule, right? Because now you got to play all the first place teams, right? You're
Mhm.
playing the NFC West. I mean the NFC North, the AFC West, and your 17 game is going to be against the Seahawks because the Seahawks won the division and in the NFC West. So you got to play the Seahawks. So they got a tough
Yeah,
schedule.
Super Bowl matchup. The
Yeah,
Super Bowl rematch.
It's going to be a Super Bowl rematch, and it's going to be another damn blowout. So I don't see the Patriots doing much 6-11. So what that means, surprisingly, got to give Aaron Glenn some credit, but I see the Jets winning 8 to 9 games this season. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy.
Man,
I,
get out of here.
I look.
Mm.
It sounds crazy, but when I look at it and I see
That
Amika
sounds crazy.
Fitzpatrick, I see Demario Davis, I see Geno Smith as the quarterback.
Exactly.
I know Geno,
Exactly.
but Geno's gonna get you 7, 8 wins.
No, he not. We just saw him with the Raiders. Okay.
It was the Raiders.
When he played in a good organization, yeah. When he was playing under a good coach and a good organization, he was serviceable. But
Mm.
that ain't the Jets.
And
That
that's
is
all I'm
not the
saying.
Jets.
Like you said, serviceable. I think it's serviceable. I think he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you within that 8 to 9 win range. I think the Jets are gonna either go 8-9 or 9-8. I think you got some good leadership. You got Mika Fitzpatrick and you got Demario Davis on that team, the anchor the defense.
Still a Geno believer, huh? Mm.
You call
No
that
question.
believing? Winning 8 games is believing?
Well, yeah, with the Jets, yes, that's believing. Because you said he could get you by himself 7 to 8 games. That's
Yeah.
believing in Geno.
Okay.
That's
All
definitely
right.
believing in Geno.
Well, I'm just believing in the veteran players that they brought in. I think that they got a veteran quarterback in Geno, not a great quarterback, just a veteran one. I think it's manageable. It's like what I was telling you with Derek Carr. Derek Carr gonna get you 8, 9 wins. That's what we got. Geno, eight
Mm.
nine wins, nothing great. And then that leaves the number one team that's going to win the division, but I think it's going to be a struggle. They're going to win about 10 games, 9 to 10 wins. They got a new head coach. Sean McDermott is not there anymore. But that might be a good thing because the defense stunk under him, and that was supposed to be his calling. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not going to be great defensively, and you're a defensive coach, then that doesn't help you, and that's what got him fired. And so now they come in, you got a new head coach, offensive minded coach. So they might be more of a struggle at the beginning of the year as they figure it out and as Josh Allen takes command of that offense. And I think they're going to win 9 to 10
Who
games.
is
I
the
mean,
coach there now?
the coach now
Who-
is oh shoot, I forgot his name. He was a passing game coach with the Saints back in the day.
Hmm.
Bills head coach
Okay.
is Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Joe Brady. Yeah, he's like this up
Okay.
and
At least,
coming offensive mind.
yeah, about to say at least it was another one of those new young coaches.
Yeah. He started out as a passing game coordinator with the Saints. He went on to LSU when LSU won the national title with
Joe
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow. Then he came to the NFL. I think he did he get a head coaching job or was he? Oh no, he was offensive coordinator in Carolina and got fired, and then
Hmm.
went to Buffalo. So yeah, but he's supposed to be a young, up and coming mind. They've been looking to make him a head coach for the longest since he had that
Hmm.
success with the Saints. So, all right,
Hmm.
what's your picks?
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna start with um, we're gonna start with the Jets. Like you said, the Jets. Well, not the Jets. Sorry, with the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins is going fourth place. Like you said, they blew that team up. Tyreek Hill, it wasn't even that they let him go. I mean, his knee was out of the socket and turned around like a Rubik's cube.
Mm-hmm.
He not gonna be the same. So no more Waddle. You done got rid of the quarterback. Uh, I mean, what you do? This is the definition of a blowout.
Yeah,
And then your season gonna rest on Malik Davis. You know, now it's bad enough. Don't get me wrong, he's a runner.
yeah,
You know, and those runners get him right. He's a very athletic quarterback, and he actually was pretty serviceable with the Packers. Played
right.
pretty well with the Packers, but uh, he
Malik
ain't got nobody to
Willis.
throw it to. Yeah, Willis. Yeah, he has nobody to throw it to. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be in trouble. They're not gonna have no defense. Um, yeah, people ready to get up out of there. All your good players are gonna be ready to get up out of there anyway because you blowing it up. Only thing you got going for you is no state taxes and good weather.
Right, right. I
So
mean,
yeah,
they totally did Malik Willis a disfavor by setting him up with no help on that team. I mean, maybe the running backs, but that's it.
that's it. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of dump offs. It's gonna be a
Hmm.
lot of dump. I don't even know who their number one receiver is. Who is it?
No, no one.
Can't even think. I can't. I ain't got a possibility in my head of who that could
Hmm.
be. I
Hmm.
don't know who their third receiver was last year, so I can't tell you who the number one receiver is this
Right.
year. But that's a mess. It's a mess there. Number two, coming in third place in that division, it's going to be the Jets. They're going to be contending with them. They're going to be contending with the Miami Dolphins to be the worst team in that division. I'm
Wow.
sorry, that's a bad organization. Gino's a bad quarterback. I don't care what nobody say. He's a bad quarterback. We saw that last year
Hmm.
with what's called with the Raiders. Okay, they thought they was gonna bring him in there because they like him. The coach. Hey, I coached him with Seattle. He had a lot
Hmm.
more good stuff around him in Seattle. He had a lot better organization around him in Seattle. You
Right.
know, he ain't had that with the Raiders. He's not gonna have that with the Jets. So look for this season to be very similar to what the Raiders were last year. I can't see them winning no more than 4 or 5 games. You know, 4 or 5
Wow.
games. That's only because you got Miami in your division. You got Miami in your division, so you might you at least gonna get one. I think you should at least split with them. If
You don't
not
think
split,
Gino gonna get a
sweep them.
win against the Raiders?
They're on their schedule.
Yeah,
No, no. Raiders gonna be a better team than them. Raiders gonna be a better team than them.
I think
You're
so
gonna
too.
have
I
the
think
number one overall pick at quarterback, and
right.
Fernando. People down there. When you look at what he did in college that last year, he was phenomenal. He
He
was pretty
was.
phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Athletic. He will run. He will take off. He uses his legs, and he has that kind of fire. That fire behind him. Like he talk up his people. You know what I'm saying? And I think people gonna rally behind him.
But see, I don't think he's going to start the season. I think Kirk Cousins is going to start the
Yeah,
season.
Kirk Cousins going to start, but we all know what's going to happen. We
And
all,
we
we
all know
all
what's
know.
going to happen.
We
Fernando's
all
going to
know
take
what's
over in
going
the
to
middle
happen.
of the
Just like when he
season.
was with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He gonna Kirk Cousins
Kirk
gonna
find a
stink
way
it
to.
up at the beginning of the season. Fernando's gonna take over midway through the season. So
Yep. Kirk finds out how to make that money. He knows how to get that
oh,
contract. He's
it,
a quarterback.
his agent is the real MVP.
Dog. King of the 1 year deals, the 1 year, 3 year guarantee. He does it, every time. I
Yeah.
can't remember, but was this another $100 million contract that he got? Was it a
With the
3 year?
Raiders or with the Falcons?
No, I'm talking about with the Raiders.
No, I don't think he got 100 million with the Raiders. I think he got 100 million with the Falcons.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I know you got it with the Falcons, but I'm talking about the one right now because I remember this being a controversy. They like, why would you pay him that much money and you just drafted a quarterback number one overall?
Oh, you are absolutely right. He's got a 5 year, $172 million contract with the Oh, this is insane.
Insane, dog. Like how?
But they said
It's
that it
really like a
functions
1 year, 2 year.
structurally as a 1 year fully guaranteed 20 year
Okay,
million dollar package
okay,
alongside a 2 year club option worth 80 million. Okay. So it's really a 1 year deal.
okay, okay. Yeah, all right. And that's what I figured. I was about to say you probably break it down. It's probably a 1 or 2 year deal. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I remember that number came out. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? But of course, you break it down. It's really not that what it's saying.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, so I think if y'all see that betting line out there with the Jets, anything more than 4.5 games, you better take that under. You better run and take that under. Put as much money as you can on that under. They're not
Hmm.
winning more than 5 games. Hell
Wow.
no, they're just not.
Wow.
They're terrible. Terrible, terrible. And that's with having one of the third ranked schedule in that division from last year, right? Didn't they come in
Hmm.
third or did they come in fourth last year? Can't remember. Did they come in third or fourth last year in that division?
I'm trying to remember. I think they were third, but I no, I think
Mhm.
no, no. I can tell you right now because the
Mhm.
The Dolphins won
They're
7
fourth.
games, surprisingly. The
Oh,
Jets
they
came
won
in
seven?
fourth. Jets
Yeah.
won
Okay.
3 games last season.
Yep. Yep. That's about what they're gonna be this year too.
Yeah.
About three. Yeah, about 3 games. They'll let
I
Jackson
don't,
win
I can't
against
see
them.
it, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but third coming up, that brings the Super Bowl winning Patriots. I think what we saw a little bit that happened in the playoffs last year was teams figuring them out.
Mm,
Because I never really understood this MVP Drake May thing that was happening last year. I never really understood it. I was like,
mm,
I don't understand why they keep pumping him up to be the MVP. He got his numbers is okay. Don't get me wrong, especially being a young player. And I
mm,
know he had a high percentage he had a high completion percentage. I get that. But other than that, he was kind of ordinary. I mean, he was above average, let me say. But they was
mm.
putting him on MVP status. And
Yeah.
his numbers for the last year compared to like Stafford's numbers, they ain't even close.
Right.
It wasn't even
Right.
close last year. So I never really understood that. And I get it. He was winning and his stats were okay, it was above average. So, people kind of jump behind him. The league seemed like they jumped behind him to try to make him the MVP last year.
They
And they
were.
really did. He might came in second place in votes. But we saw in the playoffs, okay, what you could do with him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How you can rattle him. Having one game, bad game here and there is one thing. But when you have 4 straight bad, terrible games, ain't got no business winning either one of them. Only time you really pay for your terrible play is in the Super Bowl. And that was a blowout. You know, he's not gonna get away with that this year. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
tape is out on him, and that's what happened last year. As people got more tape on him, so I see what he can do, what he don't like to do, what he can do. That started showing in the playoffs, especially as he played better defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't think that they're going to continue that role from last year. They got the tape on them. They coming from the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to have a target on their back. So I don't really see them winning more than I think they're going to go 9-7. I think they're
Oh
going to go
wow.
9-7. Maybe 10. Maybe I'm sorry, it got to be 10-7. Got to be 9-8 or 10-7.
Right.
Vrabel was a great coach, though. I think Vrabel could still coach them to 9 or 10 wins just off being a coach. And I think he could reel Drake May back a little bit and not try to make him like Tom Brady when he threw 50 touchdowns and kind of make him start throwing the ball all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 good running backs back there, use them. And I think that was underestimated last year how good those 2 running backs were because Henderson and what's the main running back they have? Can't think his name right there. But they had 2 running backs last year,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that was kind of understated how good they were. And Henderson might actually take off the number 1 spot last year because he clearly was the more explosive running
Well,
back.
let me tell you the Patriots' first 10 games before
Mm-hmm.
you give me your number one team.
All right.
First game, Seahawks. Second game, Steelers. Third game, Jaguars. Fourth game,
Mm-hmm.
Bills. Fifth game, Raiders. Sixth game, Jets. Seventh game, Bears. Eighth game, Dolphins. Ninth game, Packers. 10th game, Lions.
Damn,
Yeah, that's a tough first
that's
10
a tough
games. I,
schedule.
I
That
only
is.
see like maybe 3 wins.
That is a tough schedule. I don't know who's home and then who's away on all those games. But yeah, that is a tough 10 game schedule. He got 3 cupcakes on there. But yeah, that is a tough 10 game schedule. But them being on their schedule is gonna be tough for them too. It
Yeah,
ain't gonna be an
yeah.
easy win. And
Fair
like I
enough.
said, Vrabel's a good quarterback. I'm a good coach. I don't really know what they did off season as far as all their moves. I haven't had a chance to look into it, but I trust that Vrabel and that organization are going to bring in some solid players. like they
Well, I mean,
typically do. And we do know they brought in AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, yes.
That definitely ain't gonna hurt. It's
Mm.
definitely not gonna hurt. Now, is AJ Brown gonna come there and be a TO and win the Super Bowl, but you still reading on the sideline, reading your book? Okay, cat in the hat. Okay, I will eat green eggs and ham. I will. What is he gonna do?
Uh,
Gonna cause problems? Because Patriots got a history of not dealing with people they causing problems.
that's right. They get rid of them fast.
Okay? They humble you real quick. Ocho Cinco came through there, humble. T.O. came through there, humble. It's not T.O. T.O. went to Buffalo. He didn't go to New England.
You
He
talking
didn't go to
about
New
you
England.
talking about Randy Moss?
Randy Moss. I'm talking about Randy Moss. Randy Moss came through there, humble. You know what I'm saying? And that's after he had a record-breaking season. They still humbled him. Like, damn, y'all, it's crazy. That's crazy. He put
They
up
got
the
rid of it.
numbers. I mean, they looked unstoppable that year. And they still let him go. But that's what the Patriots do. That's the Patriot way. You know.
Right, right.
But yeah, that's a tough schedule. Okay, I'm gonna say 9-8 because that is a tough.
When you
I
break
like the
down their
first 10 games.
schedule,
I ain't even read
they
the rest. You didn't read the rest of it, but that was tough enough.
and that's that. I didn't even get to the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
on the schedule. So yeah,
that's gonna be tough.
and Minnesota's on the
If they can
schedule.
make the playoffs off of this schedule, then I'm gonna give them a whole lot of credit. They're gonna get a whole lot of
Oh
credit.
yeah,
I'm
they get
like,
a whole lot of credit from me if they make the
they can
playoffs
even
with
make
this
the
schedule.
playoffs with that
I don't see
schedule.
it. Tough schedule.
Mm,
But go ahead.
that's tough. But I
I
still
get
got to
that.
win in 9 or 10 games
Okay. I got them winning
because it's
six,
gonna be
but go
tough,
ahead.
low scoring game. And then of course that leads to Buffalo Bills. New coach. I don't know about this coach, how he does. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know his style. I ain't seen it. But you do got, MVP candidate at quarterback. That always helps. I don't know what you're doing at receiver. I don't even, you
I
know,
don't I don't think they know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You do got a great running back. You gave him the money, you paid him. Um, but we'll see. But they kind of win it by default. I mean, they got to play the same tough schedule. Pretty sure that schedule they playing the same type schedule that New England playing.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be it's gonna remain to be seen. But I think by default I don't think they win is like 11 games and they got the division. They can go 11-6 and win the division.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think that's right where they're gonna win 11 games.
Yeah. You got them at 11. I had them at 10. But yeah, yeah. They got a
Yeah,
bit of a difficult schedule. Not
mhm,
quite as hard, but yeah.
yeah. I just can't see. I mean, they're gonna win it almost by this. It's their division to lose. Put it that way.
Yep. Yep.
It's
Yep.
Buffalo Bills division to lose for sure.
Yep. Yep. So
Yeah.
we will see. We will see. We've covered the NFC West. We'll cover another division next week, and we'll make our predictions. So, man, let's get ready for some football.
Yep, it's back, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Welcome back.
All of